Hello, everyone. This is part of a series covering all the German driving license theory questions with explanations. I've created a playlist so you can easily find any video you missed. Subscribe so you don't miss any of them, and let's go. All right, here's our first question. What is the right course of action now? Take a moment to look at the options. Option A, I move into the right hand lane. Option B, I stay in the center lane. Option C, I move into the left hand lane. Pause the video now if you need more time to think. When you're ready, hit play and let's see the answers. The correct answer is A. Let's understand why. In Germany, you must always drive as far right as possible unless you are actively overtaking. This is the Rechtfahrgebot rule. Staying in the center or left lane when not overtaking is illegal. So options B and C are both wrong. Remember, the right lane is your home lane. Leave it only to pass. All right, let's move on to the next question. Let's jump right in with the next question. How could a dangerous situation arise? Take a moment to look at the options. Option A, yellow truck. Option B, green truck. Option C, the car up ahead. Go ahead and pause the video to think about your answer. Resume when you're ready. The correct answer is A. Let's understand why. The yellow truck is the hazard because it may be stopping or pulling out unexpectedly, forcing you to brake or swerve without warning. The green truck is traveling normally in its lane and poses no immediate threat, while the car ahead is clearly visible and predictable. Always give extra space to yellow vehicles near the roadside. They often stop without notice. All right, let's move on to the next question. Here comes the next one. What should you do now? Take a moment to look at the options. Option A, I let the blue car merge in front of me. Option B, I accelerate. Option C, I immediately change from the left lane to the central lane. Pause the video here and take your time. When you've made your choice, hit play. The correct answer is A. Let's understand why. The blue car is trying to merge into your lane, so you must slow down and let it in safely. Accelerating would cut off the merging car and could cause a dangerous collision, while immediately switching lanes yourself is unnecessary and creates new hazards. Always give way to merging vehicles. Cooperative driving keeps everyone safe. All right, let's move on to the next question. All right, next question. What should you do? Take a moment to look at the options. Option A, I stay in the middle lane and slow down. Option B, I move to the right hand lane and slow down. Option C, I move into the left hand lane and overtake the red car in front of me. If you need a moment, pause the video now. Ready? Let's reveal the answers. The correct answer is A. Let's understand why. Staying in the middle lane and slowing down is the right move, as sudden lane changes in traffic are dangerous and unnecessary. Moving to the right could put you in conflict with slower vehicles, and overtaking left when you do not need to is unsafe and against the rules. The golden rule: slow down and hold your lane before you consider changing it. Alright, let's move on to the next question. Let's move on. What is the right course of action? Take a moment to look at the options. Option A, I reduce my speed. Option B, I continue driving without changing speed. Option C, I move into the right hand lane. Take your time, pause the video and think it through. Hit play when you're ready. The correct answer is A. Let's understand why. Reducing your speed is correct because it increases your reaction time and shortens your stopping distance when a hazard is present. Continuing without changing speed ignores the danger and could easily lead to an accident. Moving into the right lane does not remove the risk and may create new dangers for other road users. Always slow down first before deciding your next move. All right, let's move on to the next question. Here's the next one for you. What must you anticipate in this situation? Take a moment to look at the options. Option A, grey car will move into the middle lane. Option B, yellow truck will pull out in front of me to overtake. Option C, grey car will remain in the right-hand lane. Pause here if you want to think about it. Once you've decided, let's continue. The correct answer is A. Let's understand why. The grey car is in a lane that ends or merges ahead, forcing it to move into the middle lane. You must anticipate this and be ready to adjust your speed or create space. The truck has no reason to overtake, and the grey car simply cannot stay where it is. When lanes merge, always expect nearby vehicles to shift toward you. All right, let's move on to the next question. Okay, let's tackle this one. What is the right course of action? Take a moment to look at the options. Option A, I reduce my speed and stay in the middle lane. Option B, I maintain my speed and stay in the middle lane. Option C, I maintain my speed and move into the right-hand lane. Now is a good time to pause and think. When you've got your answer, hit play. The correct answer is A. Let's understand why. Reducing speed while staying in the middle lane gives you time to react safely to whatever is developing ahead. Keeping your speed B reduces your reaction buffer, and switching right C adds an unnecessary lane change when you should be focused on slowing down. Speed first, then position. That is the rule when facing uncertainty on multi-lane roads. Alright, let's move on to the next question. Ready? Here's the next question. You are driving on a road that has several marked lanes going in one direction. When should the alternate merging procedure be employed? Take a moment to look at the options. Option A, when a lane comes to an end. Option B, if one lane is not continuously free to traffic due to an obstacle. Option C, when a merging lane ends on the motorway. Feel free to pause the video and think about this one. Resume when you're ready. The correct answers are A and B. Let's understand why. The alternate merging procedure applies when a lane physically ends or when an obstacle blocks a lane intermittently. In both cases, drivers take turns, like a zipper. On a motorway, a merging lane follows different rules that traffic must yield to the main carriageway. Remember, zipper merge only when lanes are forced to combine, not when joining a motorway. All right, let's move on to the next question. Moving right along. What is true about using the hard shoulder in this situation? Take a moment to look at the options. Option A, must be used like a right-hand lane. Option B, may only be used in a breakdown situation. Option C, may only be used by trucks. Pause the video and take a moment to decide. When you're ready, let's move on. The correct answer is A. Let's understand why. When road signs indicate the hard shoulder is open, every driver must use it just like a normal right-hand lane. It is not limited to trucks or breakdowns. Those restrictions only apply when no signs are present and the shoulder is close to traffic. Think of it this way. A signed open hard shoulder is simply an extra lane for all. All right, let's move on to the next question. Let's see what we've got next. What is true in this situation about using the hard shoulder? Take a moment to look at the options. Option A, may only be used in the case of a breakdown. Option B, may only be used by trucks. Option C, must be used in the same way as a right-hand lane. Hit pause now if you want to think. When you've got your answer, let's see if you're right. The correct answer is A. Let's understand why. The hard shoulder is reserved for breakdowns and emergencies only. Treating it as a regular right-hand lane is never permitted. Any vehicle may use it during a breakdown, so it is not restricted to trucks alone. Think of it as a rescue strip. Stop there only when something goes wrong. Never drive along it. All right, let's move on to the next question. All right, here's another one. What is the right behavior now? Take a moment to look at the options. Option A, I reduce my speed. Option B, I let the blue car in front of me move over. Option C, I accelerate. Pause here and think carefully. Ready? Let's check the answers. The correct answers are A and B. Let's understand why. When the car in front needs to move over, you must slow down and create space for it to merge safely. These two actions work together. Accelerating would close the gap and block the other driver, which is dangerous and could cause a collision. Always remember, reducing speed is how you give space, and giving space is how you stay safe. All right, let's move on to the next question. Here we go with the next question. What applies to this road that is outside of a built up area? Take a moment to look at the options. Option A, to perform a left turn. Option B, to overtake. Option C, if there is a traffic jam. Take a moment to pause and decide. Hit play when you want to see the correct answer. The correct answer is A. Let's understand why. Outside built up areas, you may only stop on the left side of the road briefly to perform a left turn. Stopping there to overtake is not permitted. And a traffic jam does not give you the right to wait on the left side either. Outside towns, the left side is only for turning left. Keep that rule clear in your mind. All right, let's move on to the next question. On to the next one. Where are U-turns prohibited? Take a moment to look at the options. Option A, on motorways. Option B, on clearways for motor vehicles only. Option C, on farm or forest tracks. Go ahead and pause if you need time. When you're ready, let's reveal the answers. The correct answers are A and B. Let's understand why. U-turns are banned on motorways and clearways for motor vehicles because the high speeds and continuous traffic make them extremely dangerous for everyone. Farm and forest tracks have no such restriction, so turning around there is perfectly legal. The golden rule: wherever fast, uninterrupted traffic flows, U-turns are strictly forbidden. Alright, let's move on to the next question. Let's keep going. Why do you have to wait before the left turn? Take a moment to look at the options. Option A, motorbike. Option B, car. Option C, bicycle. Pause the video and make your choice. When you're done, let's see the answers together. The correct answer is A. Let's understand why. You must wait because the motorbike is approaching from the opposite direction and has right of way while traveling straight ahead. The car here does not create a conflict for your turn, and the bicycle is not in your path either. Always be extra careful before turning left across oncoming traffic. Motorbikes look smaller and closer than they are and can arrive much faster than you expect. All right, let's move on to the next question. And here's the next question. What is the right course of action? Take a moment to look at the options. Option A, once the red vehicle has overtaken me. Option B, now in order to make the carriageway clear. Option C, now so that following vehicles will not be confused by my slowing down. This is your chance to pause and think. Resume the video when you're ready. The correct answer is A. Let's understand why. You must wait until the red vehicle has completely passed before moving back, right? Cutting in early puts both of you at risk. Option B is dangerous as the other car is still beside you, and option C prioritizes managing others over your own safety. Always wait until the overtaking car is fully ahead before signaling and moving right. Alright, let's move on to the next question. Okay, next up, you want to turn left. What is the right course of action? Take a moment to look at the options. Option A, I stop at the farm track and wait. Option B, I accelerate and swiftly take the turn. Option C, I continue driving because I cannot turn off the road here. If you want more time, pause now. Otherwise, let's jump to the answers. The correct answer is A. Let's understand why. You must stop at the farm track because cross traffic or agricultural vehicles could be approaching unseen. Accelerating blindly into the turn risks a serious collision, and claiming you cannot turn here is incorrect. Farm tracks are legitimate exits. The golden rule: always reduce speed and check carefully before making any turn. All right, let's move on to the next question. Time for the next question. In this situation, why do you have to wait before the left turn? Take a moment to look at the options. Option A, motorbike. Option B, red car. Option C, bicycle. Pause the video to lock in your answer. Ready? Let's go. The correct answer is A. Let's understand why. You must wait for the motorbike because it is approaching as oncoming traffic, and turning left means you must yield to it first. The red car and bicycle are not directly in your turning path right now, so they are not the reason to wait. The golden rule: always let oncoming traffic pass before completing a left turn. All right, let's move on to the next question. Here's a new one for you. What is the right course of action in this situation? Take a moment to look at the options. Option A, after the red car has overtaken me. Option B, now, so as not to impede the truck behind me. Option C, now so that my hesitation does not create any uncertainty in the minds of those behind me. Take your time, hit pause. When you've decided, let's continue. The correct answer is A. Let's understand why. You must wait until the red car has fully passed before turning, since cutting across it mid-overtake risks a serious collision. Turning early to avoid the truck or to reduce uncertainty prioritizes minor concerns over the real danger right beside you. The rule is simple: an overtaking vehicle always has priority until it has completely passed. All right, let's move on to the next question. All right, question coming up. Why are you not allowed to turn off the road now? Take a moment to look at the options. Option A, red car. Option B, bus. Option C, oncoming traffic. Pause and think about which answers are correct. Hit play when you're ready. The correct answer is A. Let's understand why. The red car is crossing in front of you and has right of way, making it impossible to turn safely right now. The bus and oncoming traffic do not directly block your intended turn in this situation. Always check for crossing traffic before turning. If a vehicle has priority across your path, you must yield and wait. All right, let's move on to the next question. Let's continue with the next one. You want to turn left at the next junction. What is the right course of action now? Study the scene carefully before looking at the options. Option A, I remain behind the stationary vehicles. Option B, I drive carefully to the left past the stationary vehicles. Option C, I indicate left. Feel free to pause here. Once you've made up your mind, let's see the answers. The correct answers are A and C. Let's understand why. Before turning left, you must signal your intention by indicating left so others know your plan. You stay behind any stationary vehicles rather than overtaking them on the left, since passing them could put you in the path of oncoming traffic. Never overtake on the approach to a junction. Signal first, wait your turn. Alright, let's move on to the next question. Alright, here's our first question. You want to turn left. Which line should you steer? Study the scene carefully before looking at the options. Option A, the right driving line. Option B, the middle driving line. Option C, the left driving line. Pause now and think carefully. Ready? Let's check. The correct answer is B. Let's understand why. When turning left, you must steer along the middle driving line to stay safely within your lane and avoid cutting across into oncoming traffic. Choosing the left line brings you dangerously close to oncoming vehicles, while the right line causes you to drift too wide. Always think, middle line keeps your left turn controlled and collision free. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Check out my driving course at drivewithranjit.com.